Are you ready? Sit down, turn off the TV, and get ready to laugh your ass off because it's time for the Same Sex Dialogue Podcast, where you'll hear the most entertaining discussions about gay topics, current events, and news. Now, here are your hosts, K-Town and the super sexy fashionista, Kim Style.
Hey, it's Kim Style. Thanks for joining us today.
And this is K-Town. So glad to be back with you, and we apologize for this show.
Well, welcome back. We've missed you as much as you've missed us.
You are a mess, you know. All right, so we have a great show for them today.
Good and juicy.
Yes, it
is. Good and juicy.
It really, really, really is. So we want to real quick take a little time to do our thank yous, and then we're going to get right down to our show, right, babe?
Right.
Well, first I want to hear, wait.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
There's something that you've been keeping from me.
How'd you know I was keeping something from you, K-Town?
Because you said you're going to tell me on the podcast. What is it, Kim?
Are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down. What is it?
Okay, so, you know I'm not really good with the mechanics of a car, right?
Yes.
Like reading the dashboard and such.
Yeah.
Okay. I can drive a car very well, might I add.
Uh-huh.
And I can put gas in it and get where I need to be. So this week, my gas light comes on, right?
Oh, God.
And that rarely happens.
Uh-huh.
And there's this little digital number that pops up and it says 87. Okay. So I think, well, I must have 87 miles to go, and I'm right
before it.
Yeah,
but your gas light was on.
My gas light came on, but see, that rarely happens. You usually fill my tank up before that ever happens. Okay, so it's 87. I just know in my heart I have 87 miles. I don't have that much to go. A few clients to see, and they're pretty close together. And then I'm going to get home and get gas tomorrow or the next day, right? Yeah. Well, or tell you to. So a few hours later, the number goes up to 91. Okay. And I'm thinking I must be living right because the gas angels are making sure I'm good with this. It went from in 2 hours. It went from 87 to 91.
So you think that somehow you got more gas?
I got more gas. I must be parking the car correctly or something. I did slow down a little bit to conserve energy. Blah blah blah. Well, all right. And a couple hours after that, it went up to 93.
Okay.
And I knew I was living right at that point. I knew it.
What happened, honey?
Can I just say, I'm so thankful I have AAA. Because I learned the hard... No, K-Town. I learned the hard way that was the temperature gauge.
Hold on a minute. This ain't funny.
That's how hot it was outside. It wasn't the miles I had left in my gas tank.
I'm serious, honey. What happened and where were you when you ran out of gas?
AAA is my new best friend.
Where did you run out of gas? Where was it?
On the interstate.
Oh, my gosh. See, it's what I'm talking about. You just now telling me. You tell me on the show. You choose to tell me on the show.
Yes.
Oh, I'm done.
Is that fun?
Honey,
I did learn.
No, you need to call me when. No, that's not what that means. Matter of fact, when the podcast is over, you and I are getting out your book. I'm gonna tell you what your dashboard means. Okay?
Is that funny or what? Oh my gosh! I have to learn about my car. I've had my car almost 5 years now. I need to learn what shit means.
Yes, you do, honey.
Stop spoiling me, K-Town.
All right, so we have, like I said, we got some thank yous to put out there real quick. And so I'm going to start real quick by thanking Pride 48 family over there. I want to thank John Ong from Online Podcast, Daniel Brewer, and Adam Burns from Dubious Intent.
Love that name, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. Go check them out. And Greg Blancard from Walk the Earth and Inappropriate Conversations.
That sounds like something I need to be a part of. Inappropriate Conversations.
Also, Stephen Bland from Canada wrote us a very, very nice email. Thank you,
That was so
Stephen.
sweet.
And Dr. Ginger Campbell from the Brain Science Podcast contacted us, told us how much she loved the show.
We actually got to meet up with her last week.
Yep, can't wait to have her on the show. And Dr. Janelle.
Fan of the week.
All right.
Dr. Janelle is with Big Change of Heart podcast. Janelle, girl, I've been listening to you all day, and I just can't get enough. She gives great relationship advice, and she's so much fun.
Yes, she is. She is. Your email was very touching and funny, too.
Yeah, funny. We laughed there.
We loved it.
This is off.
Thank you, Dr. Janelle. We will be in touch, by the way. All right. And also, Alex Tron of Sock Stash, amazing group of people over there doing something great for the LGBTQ
They sure are.
youth. Check them out, sockstash.com. Also, we want to thank the Girls Hour. We're going to be on their show the next week or so.
Yeah.
Congratulations to those ladies that got married, and beautiful wedding. And we can't wait to be on their show. So also we have, I want to thank Patrick Keller, who is from the Big Seance podcast. Got a great show. I mean, if you like paranormal things, awesome guy.
You love that. That stuff scares me to death, but you love it.
I do love it. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to tell people that I have another show that I am starting. It's called Mysterious Radio, and it will be out and going, full strength.
You scare me. You know that stuff scares me. Don't invite spirits up in this house. You know I can't deal with that stuff.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Mysterious Radio. I'm getting that together. And that will be fun for me.
And
Kim
scary for me. I will not be a part of that. I can't even watch The Haunting on TV. Everybody knows that about me.
Don't even start. Yes,
can't.
you do. Sometimes I'll tell you verbatim. I said, Kim, The Haunting is on. Keep going.
Okay,
and then I will go into the kitchen. I come back. You have The Haunting on.
It's like a train wreck. I can't look away. I can't look away knowing I'm going to have nightmares. I can't deal.
Oh, gosh. Then I want to say right now, Elizabeth Markham, go to bed. Go to bed.
Good night, sweetie. Thanks for listening.
Yes, and also Kalina Rose, who is our social media girl. She's just been banging it out for us.
Boy, she has.
Wonderful. Been doing a great job. We do appreciate that.
She did the whole kissing campaign.
Yes, she did. We do appreciate that. She's awesome. Then I want to thank Ben Byers from Pride Fest. Yes, they been very, very kind. You see, they put our podcast right there on the front page of Knoxville Pride Fest. So thank them for that. And we look forward to being at the Pride Picnic on July the 16th.
At Tyson Park, 1 to 5. Ooh, that's going to be fun.
Oh, we are going. What are you going to wear?
Nothing. Does that answer your question? Nothing. It is a picnic and all. A family, quote unquote, picnic. I'll be wearing nothing.
Oh, gosh. Then I want to thank Kingsley Magpoc, I guess, MAGPOC. Forgive me, Kingsley, if I said that wrong. But he found us on Pride 48 and said some very kind things on Facebook. Thank you very much. Also, Carrie Sherrington says she listens to us on the way to Swansea, Wales.
Wow.
She works there.
That sounds like so far away.
I know. Hey, she's been enjoying our shows. We do appreciate that. Please keep that up and tell anybody else that you know that may enjoy our shows. And also, I want to thank Patrick Kennedy, Tiffany Priest, Heaven Fisher, and finally Morgan Brandon. Thank you
guys so much. We appreciate your support.
Very, very much.
Yep, more than you know.
All right, so today's show we are focusing on.
Wait, can I thank the cities and countries?
Oh, yeah,
just
go ahead.
A quick shout out to Canada, Orlando. Oh my God, our hearts go out to you guys. You're our top city. Imagine that.
Absolutely.
Wins, United Kingdom, Westerfield, Ohio, France, Denmark, and Australia all hit our top list for the week, and we thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we thank you. Thank you very, very much. All right, and now for the news.
Great news this week. We have found out that gay couples in 50 states can now adopt children.
Yeah, that is wonderful. It's good to see that actually overturned. I mean, I put that on our Twitter page with the quickness when I seen that, but it's something to definitely celebrate.
Yeah.
There are a lot of well-deserving same-sex couples.
That's right.
That will be just as loving, caring, nurturing as any heterosexual couple you will find.
If not more.
If not more, absolutely. So we are very, very happy.
You know
about
what?
that.
Because when you adopt a baby, it is on purpose.
That's
it's
right.
not. It's not an accident.
Right.
You know, a lot of straight couples, oh, I'm pregnant again. I mean, you put forth some effort to get this child.
And some thought. It's definitely an act of love.
Yeah. Hey, did you see in the news where that lesbian couple, one of the ladies was inseminated and she had a baby? Well, they have a child. Well, they split up. And now they're in court because the partner that did not birth the child, the birth mother wants to keep her ex-partner away from the child. I mean, it's a big deal right now.
Really?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
It's sad. It's a sad. I mean, they showed pictures of her in court. I mean, she is bawling.
Wow.
I mean, you know, that's serious.
Right.
That's serious.
It is.
And you know, a lot of times people don't think about things like that, but they're thinking about not letting this girl have any custody or visitation rights to this baby.
That's
so we
very
wish
unfortunate.
Everybody luck in situations like that.
Absolutely, and we're happy to report that. And so now I was wondering, baby, if you have a Kim query for everybody today.
Yes, I do. All right. Kevin Lance from Dallas, Texas writes, Kim, what song always makes you dance when no one's around? Well, it doesn't matter if someone's around or not. I'm going to break out into a dance when I hear anything from Casey and the Sunshine Band.
I do love them. I really love them.
Oh my gosh. I love everything by Casey and the Sunshine Band, or some of Michael Jackson, but Casey and the Sunshine Band, they just have that it thing about them. You know, just make you want to dance.
Yeah. I'm going to play some after this podcast.
Let's do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight.
Pop Rocks plays
yes,
a lot
they
of
do.
them, don't they?
My favorite cover band does a whole tribute. It's like 12 to 15 minutes long to Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah,
That's probably why I love them so much.
I thought we enjoyed them, you know, down at one of the little dive bars here that they played them. So it's great.
Yeah,
it's actually
they're the
great.
bomb.
I love it.
Yep. But thanks for writing in, Kevin.
All right. So if you guys have any Kim queries, send those in. Kim reads every one of those.
Yes,
She'll
do.
pick one out, and it may be yours that she reads on the next show.
And that's Kim Query at gmail.com. KIMQUERY at gmail.com.
All right. So, and now it's time to get with our show, babe. All right. So our show is about internalized homophobia. The show, which is, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, which I can totally relate. Not homophobia per se, but I think if you're out 100%, you would think I was probably internalized homophobic.
Right.
And I didn't mean that, but go ahead.
No, it's okay, babe. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's an interesting topic, and I don't know if a lot of people actually, realize that they've had that, or they know even that, that those kind of feelings were categorized as internalized homophobia. when you deal with internalized homophobia, sometimes, and I'm just saying this, when you're actually in a relationship, you force your partner to stay in the closet with you, right?
Absolutely.
And you and I both know, have always known my whole life, always known of a couple where one has been out and the other one's not out at all.
Let me give you a perfect example.
Okay.
When one of the partners is a teacher and the other isn't. Because I know several teachers that are gay or lesbian, and they think because they're going to lose their job if they're out, but their partners, their jobs are okay with it.
Right.
But when they go in public, say they go out to dinner, they have to act like they're just friends.
Right.
Because what if a parent or someone associated with the school system is out to dinner and they see, so they can't, they have to act as if they're straight friends out.
Right. Absolutely. Yes.
So it affects everybody around you. And we'll get to my, I have a few things to say, because when I first came out, it was not really out. It was when I first was with my first relationship with a woman.
Okay.
I basically was in the closet, but I've never dated anyone in the closet.
Right.
We weren't in the closet with our friends, but definitely with family and friends of family. I mean, it's sad to say, I don't know how I would do things different if I had to do over. But this whole article that we're, touching on today just really hit home for me. And
I'm sympathetic towards your situation, honey. I really am. Towards anybody really that goes through that. It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree, honey.
How do you say, oh, I don't care if you don't want me. Here is me and my lover for Christmas dinner.
Right. That's true. I mean, that's very true.
I mean, you either yourself and you disown your parents, or you never get to see your parents.
Right.
So, that's what you call being in between a rock and a hard place. Right. Right there.
Absolutely. And okay, so we want to talk more about internalized homophobia. It is clear that the word homophobia is misleading. The oversimplified idea that it is individual acts of fear and ignorance diverts our attention from the much more persuasive systematic oppression that is at the root of the problem. The hateful and intolerant behavior of those closest to us has the most profound impact. Parents, churches, community, peers, and partners. Do you understand what that's?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
I see that too.
Just from you knowing me in the last 5 years and the things I've told you about, me first being gay and how my family reacted and responded and just basically dismissed.
Right.
So I know what this is talking about.
I know you can relate to it.
I absolutely can.
So while they should be held responsible as individuals, the real culprit is an aggressively heterosexist society that is defining what is normal and therefore what is right and what is wrong through the laws, policy, culture, education, healthcare, religion, and family life.
Yeah.
All right, so what does internalized homophobia look like? There are 4 dimensions of this, which I had no idea at all.
Either.
The first one being secrecy and dishonesty. Okay, you want to go and talk about some of that, babe?
Yeah. Well, from my story, I was secret about it at first, and that to me, by omission, that was dishonest. And so it was horrible and it was exhausting to go around my family being secret and feeling like it was being dishonest. Right. Because I could never talk about my life. I could never talk about, just being in a relationship. What did you do last weekend? Well, I went to the lake. I couldn't even say that because they didn't want to hear it. But, the awareness of stigma that surrounds homosexuality leads the experience to become an extremely negative one. Shame and secrecy, silence and self-awareness, a strong sense of differences. The role of secrecy and dishonesty in cases of internalized homophobia is significant. Some examples include denial, ranging from aggression and hateful behavior to denying yourself the life and love you desire. Lying to yourself about attraction and sexuality.
I get that.
You do get that one?
Yes. You know, when you're younger, I didn't understand why I was attracted to other females. You know, I'm really not attracted to them, you know, but, you know, I would say that to myself, but I'm like, yes, I am, you know, kind of go back and forth about that when I was younger. You know, I just didn't understand that because everybody around me liked boys, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I can totally identify, and I know other people can too. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
So you did know you were, how young were you, and you knew you were female?
I knew I was female, right? You know, always, but I just, I guess I kind of realized it when I was maybe about 6, 7 years old. You know,
the reason why I'm asking is because I have talked to lesbians before that are manly, such as yourself, and they would say things like, well, I didn't really realize I was female until I went to kindergarten, and someone said, no, you have to use the girls' bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never... That's something different from me, but that I've always known that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, babe.
Okay, I know. But anyway, also the inability to come out if you want to, and if you can safely, forcing others to keep secrets or remain in the closet. Lying by omission, like I said, I had to kind of do with my family.
Yeah. And also being selectively out. There's so many people that are selectively out.
I was that way. I'm serious. I was that way.
They have a whole set of people that know they're gay, and a whole another set of people that think they're straight.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not sure people people still think I'm straight, but you know, just experimenting, which is crazy. Right. But yeah, I guess I was out to some people, but just didn't talk about it to others.
Right.
But still, that's being secretive.
Right. It is being secretive. But you know what? You and I just talked about this. I don't know who we were around actually, but we talked about how having these secret relationships, especially when you see a woman or a couple that's married, right? I'll say this, babe, okay? Nina, I hope you don't think it's too much.
Just refresh my memory. I've told you so many things. What did I tell you?
There was a person that you knew that was, you know, she's married, a woman that's married to a man. However, her husband is way up in the congregation and has been having a relationship. His wife has been having a relationship with another woman for years.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
For years.
The preacher's wife.
Yeah. How long?
About 30-something years.
Oh, my. It's things like that. That's exactly what I'm...
And get this.
What?
Okay, and I know not everybody is this way, but K-Town and I are manly and femme. The preacher's wife is the manly one.
You got to be kidding.
No. The preacher's wife is the manly one.
She's the butch.
I totally would have thought opposite, but you know, you can't assume.
Unbelievable.
You know what that is.
Unbelievable.
I will tell you, being in the closet halfway or being out of the closet halfway is totally exhausting. Take it from me, it's exhausting. First of all, do you remember who all you told?
Wait a minute, did I tell you?
Wait a minute, what did I tell you about me? It's exhausting. And no one should have to live that way.
I know, honey. I'm so sorry. This next one, people, is going to lead into another show that we're going to have. We're just waiting on the guest to confirm whether or not they're going to be on the show, but it ties in with horizontal oppression.
All right.
Please get what I'm getting ready to tell you. It is also known as horizontal hostility or lateral violence. Horizontal oppression is one of the most damaging results of internalized homophobia. It functions as a cycle of abuse and happens when an LGBTQ person subjected to homophobia, biphobia, heteronormativity begins to discriminate against other LGBTQ people. Horizontal oppression can be found amongst women and amongst people of the same racial group, and in just about every type of oppressed minority group.
It destabilizes movements for justice and equality and keeps us fighting amongst ourselves rather than focusing on the big picture issue of institutionalized oppression.
This is a big one.
It is a big one.
It ties in with the movie Outrage. If you guys have not seen it, please.
Documentary about politicians in the closet, basically.
Yes. Outrage is a good word for it.
It is. It really is.
It will make you
outraged.
Okay, I have to say this again. Deeply closeted politicians, religious leaders, and powerful people who advocate and lobby against the LGBTQ community. How important is it for everyone who has a computer or the ability to look up someone's voting record and get their asses out of office?
That's right.
Because that movie Outrage, and it goes through and it shows the voting records of these people that have years over and over and over
voted
again.
Against our right. You're not bitter or anything, are you?
Yes, I'm very, very bitter.
Okay, can I just say, being in the closet's one thing. You have every right to be in the closet if that's what you choose.
Right.
But don't be our enemy and don't dog us and don't
oppress us.
That's right. Vote against our rights and hate us. Basically hate.
Yeah,
there's that word again, but it's basically
and it's
hate.
All for deflection. They want to deflect the fact that they are gay.
That's right.
And it's all just for that purpose. Pisses you off. Also, feeling disgust towards other LGBTQ people who don't express themselves in a heteronormative way.
Yep.
Excessive judgment of other LGBTQ people. Good grief. How many times have we seen people do that?
That's right. Anger and resentment towards LGBTQ people for being out or proud of their identity.
It's something else, honey.
Yeah.
One thing I can say is to combat that, you got to have respect for the diversity of the LGBTQ community.
Right.
Also, you got to remember that outspoken, visible LGBTQ people have been at the forefront of our rights and from the very beginning, and continue to face the most violence and discrimination. Also, we want to talk about some of the mental and physical issues that someone that internalizes their homophobia can face.
Well, number one, it was anxiety for me. I had anxiety about being, secretive. I had anxiety about going to see my family. I had anxiety about telling my partner I was going to see my family, and a phrase that was unsaid, but you're not invited.
Right.
I had anxiety about everything. I didn't want to lie to my family, but I knew they didn't want to hear the truth.
Right.
Which, you know what? When you stay in the closet or halfway in the closet, I read this somewhere. It makes the people that you're in the closet with, when they find out, it makes them look at you like you really don't believe in who you are.
Right.
Or, it either, you come out and if you come out and you come out to your family and your loved ones in confidence, it shows them that you're a confident person and that you're a strong person.
That's right.
But, on the flip side of that, when you stay in the closet or you're secretive about your life,
it makes it seem like you're doing something wrong.
That's right. And hindsight with me, I get that now. That's probably one reason why they didn't accept it and they didn't respect it.
Because you weren't confident in what you were doing.
That's right.
That's right. I feel that, honey.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But also there are, just things that happen to you that people are just not aware of, which is one reason why we had Mr. Johnny Bolden on the show talk about how important it was to stay healthy. He even said it, that he knows there's a lot of stress in people in the LGBTQ community. So
what a nice guy.
Yes, he is. Very nice guy. Chronic stress, okay, can be very, very negative on the body. You can experience sleeplessness, depression. You said anxiety, baby. Absolutely. I believe it.
I felt that so many times.
You'll be more susceptible to heart disease, high blood pressure, some of the other things that are directly connected to it. Okay. you have low self-esteem. You have a negative self-view of yourself.
Yes, I felt that also. If you are lying or hiding something from your family, my self-esteem was very low because of that, and I hated it. And there was times when my visits were few and far between.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't stand myself to go down, to see my family and be so secretive because I felt like I was lying. Then my self-esteem was low, and it's just it was horrible.
I know, babe. I don't know how you dealt with that for so long. That couldn't have felt good. But you know what?
Yeah.
The painful thing about it is that to hear you say that they actually told you don't bring them around, or they don't want to hear it, or
they don't want to talk about it. They do not want to meet anyone I was with, and they didn't want to hear about it.
And finally, we're going to talk about how you can overcome it. You need to think critically about how internalized homophobia can impact your life, rather than rejecting the notion outright.
Right. You
You
can read more about internalized homophobia. You can get with a community, get with a support group. Don't do this alone.
Yeah, don't do it alone.
Listen to other people's stories, such as myself. And luckily, it's 2016. Things are a little better than they used to be. Thank God.
Also, learn more about the LGBTQ rights movement. Find role models in the struggle.
That's a good idea too.
Absolutely, and then you see all the different identities and human beings it took to affect the progress towards equality and justice. You know, but you got to know that if you're out. And I've always said this, you're doing your part.
That's right.
You're doing your part.
Yeah,
right?
a big part of it.
You don't have to be out there just, putting yourself out there in harm's way and protesting. But by you being out and showing people who you are, and being proud of that, you're doing your part for us.
Yeah. And find an LGBTQ positive therapist. Let me tell you, at the time, she wasn't technically my therapist, but she was actually my client. She was a psychiatrist, and I trained her. And of course, I've done this with all my clients. I always, you have an hour to hour and a half I have them an hour to an hour and a half, and we would just always talk. And she was so open-minded and so accepted me with open arms. And I would talk to her a little bit about my situation and my issues, and it was so good to talk to someone that was that wasn't biased at all and didn't judge, and actually her son was gay, and she had 2 kids, and he was the apple of her eye. And I actually trained both of them,
really?
She and her son.
Yeah.
And she was wonderful. And it felt so good to know that a mother actually accepted my being gay.
Right.
And I highly recommend talking to a therapist that is gay friendly.
Right. Absolutely. That is a wonderful suggestion. We did say therapist that is LGBTQ friendly. Right. Find that out first. Also, just by talking to other people, I find that, and I'll touch on this real quick, that people often, they kind of overthink how others are going to perceive them if they come out to them. And a lot of times they're like, I already knew you were gay.
I could have told you that.
A lot of times they won't flinch. You know what I mean? So, and then, if you can do it safely, you should always just try to come out of the closet. While it has the potential to be painful, this step can be immensely rewarding. You just need to try to come out.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a ton off your shoulders, honestly.
Yes, it is. It is. And finally, I want to say this. I'm going to end the show real quick by saying this. Remember that internalized homophobia is not coming from inside of you. You are not sick. You do not need to be cured. It was forced upon you in a suffocating and violent way by a homophobic society. If you have been accused of having it, or if you wonder about yourself, don't feel guilty or shameful. Take the steps one by one to free yourself of this weight that keeps us all down.
Well
and before
said.
I go, I want to say, baby, I love you.
I love you more, baby.